Me, Chris Murphy, to commentate on it.
Tough task ahead for the birthday boy, Kyle Anderson, taking on the defending champion, Gerwyn Price. Kyle came through a tough encounter with Aaron Monk yesterday, which was littered with quality. One of the highlights of, well, the highlights of the afternoon session yesterday.
90.
Kyle averaging up towards 100, Aaron averaging 97. It was surviving a match style, real quality performance. Kyle will have to play at that level again. Teams have the chance against Gerwyn Price this afternoon.
Well, Price, midweek, looked set to add to his title haul when he reached the final of the Players' Championship event, but he was absolutely hammered in it by Portugal's Jose de Sousa, who's certainly making a name for himself.
100.
Steady midweek at Gerwyn Price. They lose out in the final to Jose de Sousa, and then a run to the last 16. He just fell a bit short in the final, just couldn't maintain the level he had throughout the day.
34.
Averaging in the low 80s. Was well beaten by the Portuguese star Jose de Sousa.
He had a spell earlier this year, Gerwyn Price, when he picked up back-to-back Players' Championship titles in Barnsley, and the numbers that he was posting then were quite sensational. It was a stunning weekend. In the first final against Gabriel Clements, he averaged 110. He got up to 112 in one of his matches that weekend. Really is capable of producing averages as high as anybody. And when he gets that double top going right, it's always a perilous sign for his opponent.
Game on.
Break a throw in 14 darts. Great start for Gerwyn Price. Played each other 4 times.
42.
Shared 2 games each. But Gerwyn's won the most recent of them, including the first round of the European Championship finals last year.
95. 134.
Kyle Anderson has work to do to try and qualify for that tournament this year. A win here would really aid his cause, but he might have to go even further.
56.
Or qualify for Gibraltar and do some damage there. Price, no need to worry about such matters. He's certainly one of the sports elite. Gerwyn Price now.
Yeah, that major win at the Grand Slam of Darts at the back end
of
last year allowed him to kick on. A much better Premier League campaign this year. As you said, those are back-to-back Pro Tour wins.
140.
Really stepped it up this year, Gerwyn Price.
Yeah, and even the events he's been beaten in, Matt, you look at the World Championship and the match play, it's not like he's bombed out with a terrible performance. You know, he was mismatched darts against Nathan Aspinall.
83.
Second close at the match play as well.
89.
He actually had match starting Stephen Bunting in the match play as well, so he's there or thereabouts all the time.
Bullseye here.
64. Finally require 133.
He's been relatively successful with his appeal of the sanctions against him, so that he can just put that under the carpet now and just concentrate on playing darts.
Well, this might concentrate the mind, because Anderson wants tops. What a finish that is. Gerwyn Price threatening to bully Kyle Anderson this match, but he stood up to him.
Third leg, Kyle to throw first.
Quality finish from Kyle Anderson, and we saw the emotion there. We always talk about the sacrifices Kyle makes, living away from his family. But he's reaped the rewards the last few years. Went within the width of a wire of being in the European Championship finals a couple of years ago. He took on Michael van Gerwen. He's had his win on the World Series in Auckland as well.
Yeah, Dan Dawson put it quite well yesterday when he spoke about the difficult time of year really for Kyle Anderson is this time of year, having gone home to play in the World Series events down and just coming back after spending time with his family and all that. Must be difficult.
He's a real good guy as well, really chilled out, really friendly, and he's made that big step to move over to the UK
97.
so he can play the tour full time, and he's reaped the rewards at a steady career the last few years. A slight dip this year, but
134.
the game's still there for Kyle Anderson.
Well, Price missed a dart ball in the last leg. In this leg, he's left himself on 47, and Anderson is threatening another huge check out. Just nudged the wire of the ball, didn't he?
What an effort from Kyle Anderson, and lucky. Would have been back-to-back 10+ finishes, and the biggest of them lot.
27.
He gets another opportunity. Gerwyn Price fluffs his lines on the 47. 2-8. Gonna hold the throw in the lead.
21.
Inside.
You require 20.
Well, it's been a superb start to this match. But now both players struggling on the outer ring. Price puts it right.
Gerwyn Price. Full flag.
He breaks the throw to get us underway.
Game on.
Gerwyn Price won this
96.
tournament last year, as you mentioned. Mark went on to win the Grand Slam and has got to be in the reckoning for any of the numerous TV titles that are coming up.
Yeah, he had a good run in the Grand Prix last year as well, and he probably should have made it beyond the quarter-final when he lost out to Vincent Sudovic. He's had a low-key affair in the last few Euro Tours. 3 last 16s on the spin.
140.
So it's steady. It's not the Gerwyn Price we're used to.
Yeah, last weekend it took a 110 average from Glenn Durrant to defeat the Iceman.
96.
Because when he does lose, he's there. He's there or thereabouts. All these big performances coming against him,
And that seems to be what's happening here. Because Price is playing at a superb level, but Anderson serving it up right back at him.
quality from both players, and Kyle Anderson
60. Thank you.
gets an opportunity to give us our 4th breaker throw in this match.
88. Thank you.
Well, George Noble is trying to quieten down. I think it's a whistle that he's hearing from behind him there, just calling for the best of order. So can take this out unhindered.
Kyle Anderson.
Response again from Kyle Anderson.
Kyle to throw first.
Responding well to having his throw broken on 2 occasions in this match. But straight back at Gerwyn Price. Level again.
32 there, Kyle Anderson. He will be determined not to be defeated. Might make the cake taste a bit
100.
sour. But he is a quality operator. Of course, himself a winner on the World Series. Had that little spell, it was just before that European Championship run, when he won a Pro Tour event in Barnsley, then went to win in Auckland.
Yeah, we touched on it earlier. 2 match starts at the final European Championships. It was a real purple patch for Kyle at the back end of 2017.
Yeah, well, Dan mentioned yesterday there perhaps could have been 2 of the most expensive match starts ever missed. Not just because of where it could have led in terms of that tournament, but all the treasures that may have been waiting for Kyle Anderson had he progressed to that final.
I was actually watching the game. I was in a provisional Grand Slam spot, and had he hit him, he'd have knocked me into the last spot, so I was a bit nervy watching them. But yeah, it was the knock-ons for Kyle. Had he gone on and converted those darts, as you said, the spot in the Grand Slam, maybe a major winner, and you never know. But
yeah, probably, or at least possibly, a pick for the Premier League.
42. Kyle, you require 120.
Well, to hold the throw, which is something, despite the high level of performance, neither player has managed it. 2 bulls here. No, he's found a way past it. 220s.
Quality finisher for Kyle Anderson again. Really impressed with the second down because, like you said, Chris, it didn't look like there was a way in, but
100.
composed himself well, and a first holder throw in this match goes the way of Kyle Anderson.
Well, he's missed the bullseye for a combination checkout in this match and taken out 133, 120 and 88.
82.
Really impressive stuff from the Australian. The only Australian in this tournament.
57.
Simon Whitlock failed to qualify. Paul Nicholson is having the weekend off.
And he's flying the Australian flag really well so far. He said a real good performance yesterday, and he's picked up where he's left off.
Well, is it going to be the same case for Gerwyn Price as it was for Aaron Monk yesterday? Because Aaron was hanging around the venue watching a lot of the matches, and he must have felt a little bit baffled as to why he put in such a good performance that probably would have beaten most other players that day. And here, Gerwyn Price is averaging well above 100, but finds himself behind against Anderson.
Yeah, it's a testament to Kyle Anderson of how well he's playing.
140.
Anderson likes to go for the treble 15 first on this combination. Couldn't find it this time, so Price will look for the treble 8 to leave his favourite double.
He's on the 6th leg, Gerwyn
Quality from Gerwyn Price. Real good game, both players playing really well. He had that few missed starts at a double in leg 2 from Gerwyn Price, but it's a game littered with quality. Epitomised again there as Kyle Anderson goes off for the maximum.
Yeah, military precision there from Kyle Anderson. Yeah, I think had he clattered into the dart that was in the middle of the bed, he may well have knocked it out. Has hit a 9-darter on tour this year, of course, famous for turning up at Ali Pali and firing in a perfect leg. But he hit a 9-darter at a Pro Tour event this year in the very first leg of a match. I'm not sure we've ever seen that before. Kyle Anderson did it against Steve Lennon.
That one, at maximum, the 9-darter he did on his at Ali Pali. Music to ears, but disappointment for that afternoon for Terry Jenkins, who'd hit one in the previous game. I think there was £30,000 in the pot, and it was immediately halved.
Yeah, it was
99
in the car, wasn't he, after the match on the way back, and got the phone call.
And I bet I know what he said. Why does it always happen to me? Famous words of Terry Jenkins when he had a bit of hard luck on the tour.
41.
Who's going to get hard luck in this match? One of them is going to feel unfortunate to lose it because both of them are playing at a quite spectacular level. Bullseye.
He's on the 7th leg, Gerwyn Price.
Again, quality. Gerwyn Price.
Gerwyn to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, agree with you there, Chris. One of these is going to feel really aggrieved, whoever does end up losing this match.
140.
There we see the averages, 108 Gerwyn Price, 103 for Kyle Anderson. 2 maximums apiece.
Just re-gripping the dart, Anderson, and didn't affect the visits. Once again, kicking off with a maximum. He's not rolling over, is he, Kyle? Whatever Price throws at him, Anderson is equal to it or better than it.
Talking about those 9 darts that Kyle Anderson produced. He's 5 trebles in. Make that 6. Back-to-back maximums from Kyle Anderson. And sets up the opportunity. Yet another 9 darter for Kyle Anderson.
130.
Theme of his career, hasn't it? The one we mentioned at the World Championship. One on the floor early this year. He's not going to repeat the trick here. Gerwyn Price hit his
65.
first in Prague,
91.
but he will settle for a simple 91 out here. That'll put him on the brink of victory. not to be. Anderson has a chance to
76.
not only win this leg and break the throw, but effectively, with this checkout, wrestle back control of this match.
Biggest moment of the match coming up so far. Kyle just taking his time. Knows how important this shot is. He's going to have to go 25 for the ball.
A rescue attempt.
There's always the risk.
Well, Anderson's not sure that it isn't in yet. He had to check
20.
with the match official, George
Do
Noble.
you require 40?
Gerwyn Price let off the hook. Anderson, don't forget, began this leg with 2 maximums. Gerwyn Price lets everybody know that he is on the verge of victory.
Game on.
Yeah, the roar of Gerwyn Price, and we just got to wonder how Kyle could put that disappointment behind him. Back-to-back maximums in a leg and still didn't get a dart at a double to win the leg.
$57.
Yeah, it just shows the fighting qualities of Gerwyn Price, doesn't it? That's something that he's got in his game. He has assured everybody that he's not planning to change anytime soon. Took full advantage of the opportunity he had there.
140.
And then roared for his own benefit as much as Kyle's, because he does like to get himself going with a bit of aggression, Gerwyn Price.
Yeah, and it was the first time in a match of clear daylight between the two players. He knew how important that was. Had he not converted, Kyle was waiting in the wings
41.
and would have had a chance to go level, and with the darts.
Could be a chance presented to Price in this leg, because Anderson's 41.
While 127.
The maximum has given Price a chance if Anderson doesn't go out, and he's not going to go out.
84. You require 72.
This is for the match. Double top for a place in the last 16.
32. While you require 43.
Stay alive. Tops he wants. Price was poised.
Score needed from Kyle Anderson here.
134.
Tie littered with quality.
140.
Yeah, deserves the last leg decider, but Price is poised again. Anderson needs to find at least one treble to leave any kind of finish.
57. You've won 98.
Time on the side of Gerwyn Price.
We saw this with Adrian earlier. Will he split? He is doing. Double 12.
74.
Just over the top, but he will return. Kyle can just try and put in a big score, and hope that Gerwyn flips his lines.
41.
Well, it's Anderson
Oh,
who's
you require 24.
made a mess of that relay, and Gerwyn Price on
Yeah,
double
sure.
12 is usually very solid.
Gerwyn
That
Price.
is more than a solid performance.